Alright, it is currently 10:53 a.m. This is engineered light that's just framing the front door. And this is engineered light that just remains around the ceiling, framing the inside of the apartment. And as you can see here, there's engineered light that's illuminating, filling the space. The shadow of the lamp at an upward trajectory. My shadow that's appearing. This is speaking to engineered light. And also, while I am walking, you can see on this wall right. This is engineered light that's shooting horizontally. My magnified size of my hand upright on the wall, that's in front of me. Yeah, first of all, this is demonic. Well, with regard to this light activity, and this is also how you know that people are outside stalking. Stalking in the path. They're also engaged in federal stalking using communication devices. You know this by the specific environment. You know that everybody living at this apartment complex is also stalking, not exercising any constitutionally protected right. Even under an existing lease, the lease is used as an admission where the government's engaging in federal group stalking and monitoring. And you know that by the impossible light activity. This is my arm. And as I'm walking, this is also a sex offense. Speaking to what is impossible light activity, while that which is not sunlight, but engineered light, speaking to surveillance by a government that's acting vicariously through the population that surrounds, and they also come onto the grounds of this facilitating venue where AVANATH is going to be prosecuted for that which is a threat to my life. It's an ongoing, ceaseless invasion of privacy of an unprecedented level. All right. And also while they're making money, because AVANATH Capital Management's employees are gang stalking. AVANATH Capital Management's residents are gang stalking. AVANATH Capital Management's venue is a basis where gang stalking is underway, and AVANATH is simultaneously making money off of that. All right. These are all the ways in which you're going to prosecute. It's also a violation of the evidence of stalking that I'm subject to in violation of the Violence Against Women Act. This shall satisfy existing federal law, 34 U.S.C. 12291. And it's also relevant to what is technical abuse where federal stalking is underway. And as I document and enforce my rights, I'm subject to ongoing further psychological torture and terrorism, which I also document. All right, this is where the entity is maintaining not only engineered light, speaking to what is a sex offense, because everything happening inside of this apartment, including as I'm physically indisposed, and those that are living inside of apartment 41, that's how you know their legal status. They're stalking. And this is a government program. Okay, stalking in the path right in the kitchen. This is, again, the same sex offenders that walk out when they know that I'm walking out of the front door and you see the fake son in alignment with me. He's also stalking right now with knowledge of what it is that I'm saying and what I'm doing. And this is the reality of the demon possessed who are engaged in this militia. They do the same thing when they're walking on the sidewalk. When the demon the other morning that's going to door number 42, he did so monitoring me. Okay, the entity is gang stalking the ages of 50. Hold on, sorry. This is the entity that is gang stalking on an ongoing basis with regard to maintenance of presence in the path. This demon was sitting at the window right now, stalking in the path. The demons, these are the same demons that are monitoring what it is that I'm doing, what it is when I'm sleeping. Remember, monitoring is the act of the demon possessed. So in case you didn't know, Satan is a spirit. Satan uses people, okay, in order for his spirit, in order to animate the people that whom he's using to target someone. And so this is exposing what is a criminal act in the physical regarding what is a spiritual system, a practice of witchcraft, those who are encompassed, enveloped by the spirit of Satan, and they're engaging in a whole criminal operation, which is the prosecution of the state of California for gang stalking. All right, this is engineered light. This has nothing to do with the engineered light that's on the inside of the apartment, as I just showed you in the living room, and they're all stalking and monitoring me while I show you this impossible light. Okay, and you also know that because this very apartment building is speaking to everybody that's going to prison, regardless of how old you are, your old self is going to prison. And they're also doing so with impunity. The fake sun remains over this apartment building from the beginning until the end of the day. And then you're going to remember the fact that on this day in 2024, the entity had a fake sun over me from the beginning until the end of the day, which I continuously documented throughout 2024 until I left in July of 2024 and went to places such as Kern County. I went to the town place by Marriott in Monrovia, one of the first destinations, the facilitating venue where the fake son departed from remaining over me in LA at Alvarado Gardens to then being over Courtyard by Marriott in Monrovia. And I documented the same exact P.O.C. where there's never going to be a sun, first of all, over one apartment building all day long, nor is it simultaneously over a hotel in Monrovia, California. That is the P.O.C. They're all identified as stalking, and they're sex offenders that worship my genitalia while it's exposed inside of a private space where you're subject to criminal surveillance. The evidence of it is the engineered light. And this is speaking to obsession. You know that they're obsessed, and you know that they're stalking by the maintenance of the engineered light. So let me show you the fake sun that has nothing to do with the engineered light. This is not the evidence of sunlight. This is the evidence of what is a fake sun, however, because the engineered light is present coexisting with a distinct method of identifying a crime scene under a fake sun. All right, the entity is keeping engineered light the depths of the apartment. There's coming through, that's what's coming through the peephole. All right, and that's what this is right here, under what is a fake sun, and the demons in Unit 41 standing at the front door. He's monitoring while he's inside of a private space. He's going to federal prison. He and his daddy that works for AVANATH Capital Management are going to federal prison. They're currently in custody of minor children while they're practicing as a lifestyle, stalking a woman, an inherently sexually violent and sexually motivated criminal act that men and women engage in the state of California on behalf of the government. This is the fake sun right here. And that has nothing to do with the engineered light that's shooting horizontally while I'm walking in the living room. And here is engineered light that's again appearing. This has nothing to do with sunlight. This is the identification of a crime scene. And that's how you know what's going on out here. You don't have to be out here to show you, but I show you how you're recognizing the P.O.C, what the demons are doing systematically. AVANATH Capital Management and everybody that AVANATH Capital Management engages in criminal facilitation with by having them on the grounds, engaging in any services on the property, they're doing so in monitoring me. They're doing so under the fake sun, monitoring me. They're doing so in concert with the government, monitoring me. And that's a prosecution of demons who are gang stalking under corrupt company names like RGS. Okay, and any gang stalking immigrants that work for RGS, for example, are going to be deported. And RGS is a corrupt company that continuously acts with impunity because RGS knows that it's been documented, and it continuously engages in that pattern of conduct where it has no constitutionally protected right to simultaneously engage in any landscaping services and federal group stalking and monitoring, which is an exceedingly violent sex offense that its employees and the business itself shall be prosecuted for. It is currently 11 a.m. on the dot. This is P.O.C.